Hello everyone! I know it's been a while since I filmed a favorites video, and I'm a little disappointed in myself because I have so many favorites to share with you. I have to cram in half a year's worth basically in this video. So firstly, I know a lot of you have been commenting that my hair is so long again, so I'm going to link the gummy vitamins that I use and have been using for about a year now down below in the description box. Everything on my face will be linked down below in case you want to have a reference. But first and foremost, I wanted to talk to you about products that I use on the daily. So this is sort of like an everyday essentials kind of favorites episode, just because there's so much that I have been using regularly that I haven't been able to share with you on YouTube. Although if you follow me on Instagram at Rayview, then you probably might have seen snippets of some of these products. For the day-to-day, I actually use this Triple C CCC cream, and I highly recommend it. It's a great SPF plus tint, and I especially find that a lot of CC creams tend to break down, emphasize pore issues, and just in general they don't wear well for more than about maybe 4 to 5 hours. This CLE I have put on Bridesmaids, my best friend who is very particular about skin products. It has to look like real skin. I would say the closest in texture that this comes to would be the Kogendo foundation, the moisture formula, and it starts off just like any other moisturizer as white, but you put it onto the skin and it melds and it changes and it warms up with your skin's composition. This has a PA+++ rating. You'll be getting the protection from sun damage and wrinkles that we're all looking for. Now on top of the CLE, I normally like to use my Kogendo Gloss Powder Foundation, and I discovered this product through my friend the beauty professor Rachel, and she was telling me about how much she loved this powder foundation. Now when I have a special occasion and I want to stay super matte, I use the La Prairie. They're both incredible powders, but the La Prairie is, as you guys know, if you have seen my latest video, is $220 a pop. Is this a magnificent powder foundation formula? Yes, but it does have such a steep price tag. This gloss powder, on the other hand, won't break the bank, and you only need to purchase the case once. These powder pans are refillable, so that makes it a lot more cost effective. Plus, this is the best powder foundation color, 123, 123, and it's actually the perfect shade all over for me. Just warm enough where I don't actually even need bronzer if I were just to go out with the CLE cream underneath. Now that I'm slightly warming up my tan, since summer is in full swing, I do tend to reach for the honey beige shade more. But because I wear powder foundation almost every day, I highly recommend the Kogendo as an everyday alternative. Now another daily essential and a dupe, so to speak, for lip balm that I have discovered is Go-To Lips, a super balm. And this thing is only 12 bucks compared to my favorite Holy Grail Sizzly lip balm, which I use pretty much exclusively at nighttime because it's so expensive. It's about 70 something dollars plus tax versus the 12 that this one is. Both lip balms are out of this world extraordinary for my extremely sensitive, very prone to peeling dry lips. Today I'm wearing nothing except this lip balm on my pucker, and I skipped the lip color intentionally because I just wanted to show you how pretty it is, how it's slightly glossy but it's not sticky or goopy or really obvious. I highly recommend this lip balm. So I'm going to walk you through the makeup that I'm wearing today, plus I'm going to show you how I store my brushes, but right now I wanted to take a brief moment to talk to you about skincare. So I'm sure many of you can tell, but my acne scarring is still somewhat visible, and I have been doing a lot of treatments which I will discuss with you in the future to make them less noticeable. But my complexion itself has cleared up significantly, and I really only get a pimple every period or so. That's a relief, but in the meantime, to control the hormonal breakouts, I have been using again the PCA Intensive Clarity Treatment, the 0.5 Pure Retinol Nighttime Treatment. And I love PCA skincare. I feel like SkinCeuticals and PCA, these are two brands that have clinically proven results and really have the science to back up their skincare claims. This works really well for me, not only to control my hormonal breakouts, which usually happen on my chin, but the primary reason I'm discussing this product with you again is because I have found that it is one of the very few things that you can buy that's non-prescription that helps with my textural imperfections, those deep ice pick scars that you get from acne. This PCA retinol helps with that. I was doing a test because I hadn't used this in a couple years, but now that I'm off the topical prescriptions that I got from my dermatologist, I've been reincorporating this. I use it about 2 to 3 times a week, and I mostly focus the application on my acne scarring. When I wake up in the morning, my skin is plumped, no gadgets, no microneedling required, just this retinol. So I highly recommend, if you have deep scarring, textural pitting, or any textural imperfections, I highly recommend you give this retinol a try. Now I wanted to talk to you about my favorite mist, which is the Balm Radiance Face Mist. And I love the packaging. It comes in a gorgeous glass bottle. And a lot of times I use this as a toner. In the directions it says that you can mist over your entire face and neck after your skincare routine. I want my makeup to have more of a lived-in feel, then I'll go ahead and spritz this on top of makeup. And the Balm is a little pricey, but if you're looking for a more affordable alternative, the Onami Radical Setting Mist is one of my favorites. Comes in a pretty pink bottle. Make sure you shake it up thoroughly. And it smells absolutely lovely. This is a great affordable dupe for the Chantecaille Rose Mist as well. Plus this has antioxidants in it, and 75% of adults suffer from chronic dehydration. So if you want beautiful skin, not only have to drink water, you also should spritz and mist throughout the day if possible. Alrighty, we're gonna wind down skincare with the Vitabrid C12 brand. And this is a Korean brand that's sold at Barney's. I started testing the facial boosting water a couple months ago, and I really do love it. I feel like it's a great toner. It's specially formulated, intended for use with this Vitabrid C12 face brightening powder. So essentially, you pour a little bit of this into your palm, mix it with the powder, and then you get a really powerfully hydrating, refining essence. And I just find that it's nourishing, but it controls and balances my skin barrier so I don't produce excess oil and I'm not dry anywhere. Plus, the unique thing about this powder is that it actively releases vitamin C over 12 hours. A vitamin C in powder form is not a completely unique concept. I used to use years ago, available at Space NK, was Bakel, and they sort of had this same concept, but this is a lot more customizable, and I find that also it's more affordable. And now we're gonna wind down with a little bit more makeup. So for highlighter and blush, I always use By Terry. I find that By Terry powders are some of the creamiest, most beautifully shimmery, but not glittery highlighters on the market. And my favorites are the Compact Expert. I use number 3 as my blush, mostly the center shade, which is shimmery. The peach around the outside is matte or satiny. So I put that between my Laura Mercier bronzer and my highlighter, which is shade number 4. This is Beige Nude, and I have repurchased this product at least 3 or 4 times over the years because I love and go through this powder so much. I use a small brush and I take it down the center of my nose, just a little C right here. It's just a long-lasting powder formula that really melds with the skin. It doesn't ever look powdery. The By Terry compacts are by far one of the best powders on the market that you can buy. Now on my eyes today, I have another product that I purchased. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Luxury Palette in Pillow Talk, and it is a very rosy, peachy pink, sort of like the NARS Orgasm family type of shade, and I highly recommend this for those who like warm eyeshadow palettes. Not only is this particular palette extremely creamy and highly pigmented, I find that the glitter is very unique because it has more peachy tones than I expected. It sort of has like that Swarovski AB effect, but in the rose gold version, and I just find that this is a very wearable, warm eyeshadow look. The selling point for me is that it doesn't kick up a lot of powder dust, yet it's extremely rich and pigmented. I did not even use an eyeshadow primer or base to even out the lids before I used it, so I really do think that Charlotte knocked it out of the park with this particular luxury palette. I know this video is slightly on the lengthy end of the spectrum and I'm working up a sweat talking to you guys, but there's just so much I wanted to cover with you. Last but not least, for Laura Mercier, I've been using the the baked bronzer again. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze number 2. The funny thing is, I can't live without bronzer, and I try new ones all the time, but I always come back to this one. This is probably my 3rd or 4th pan of this. Tom Ford, Chanel, whatever, they're all great, but nothing beats this Laura Mercier bronzer. And it really just almost has an airbrushed effect on the skin, which is why I love it. More to the point though, Laura Mercier has released a brand new eyelash curler, which I think is pretty phenomenal. So even though I love Shiomura and Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curlers, this new Laura Mercier is really stocky and it's stylish. It has like this double pronged effect. It has slightly more of a flat band, which I found curious because it's more like Shiseido's lash curler, where it sort of fits Asian eyes better, but it makes my lashes really curly. I'm very impressed by the pad, the construction, the feel. It's elegant and chic, but it works for all eye shapes. This Laura Mercier curler though manages to get both inner and outer corners really up and lifted. Speaking of lashes though, I am wearing velours see-through. I'm back to wearing false lashes full-time again because I have officially given up on eyelash extensions. They were damaging my natural lashes way too much. They're really expensive, hard to upkeep, really messy, and my eyes are extremely sensitive, so they produce a lot of buildup, and it just wasn't working out. So bye-bye eyelash extensions. Hello again, Mink Lashes. For a while I was doing natural lashes like poker face, and then I realized, you know what? When it comes to lashes, the bigger the better. I just love how the tips of the lashes are really feathery, so they look and mimic real eyelashes. My natural lashes are quite long, so I have to wear the longer ones, otherwise you can see my natural lashes poking away from the false ones. So I highly recommend see-through and Here to Slay. These are my 2 favorite styles from Velour at the moment. And now as a send-off, as promised, I wanted to talk to you about my brush roll, because this is actually how I store a lot of my makeup, whether I'm traveling or whether I'm at home. So I found this on Nordstrom.com as I was browsing around, and I chose this color. My twin sister was like, that's kind of tacky. But the thing is, the thing about getting older is now that I'm 30, I can't seem to find things if they're black. In a sea of black, I cannot pick anything out. So I tend to lose things, which is why I've been opting for more colorful stuff. And you guys might laugh if you're in your 20s, but trust me, like every year it gets harder. My prescription hasn't changed. I'm just not able to see things as clearly as I used to. Plus, this Skinny Dip brand makes all sorts of fun pouches, and I have ordered a couple other things that are pretty high quality. So I love this brush roll. It fits all my everyday essential brushes, mostly from Shiomura, Wayne Goss, Tom Ford. And then in this little zip pouch here, I have all my pencils. My concealers, Urban Decay, M Cosmetics, Tom Ford, Makeup Forever, Hourglass, and last but not least, to match my Skinny Dip brush roll, I have my Away makeup case. And you can use this for toiletries or travel. I actually got the first one as a gift from my friend Sabrina of the Beauty Lookbook. She gifted me a gray one, and I loved it so much that when they came back, I purchased one in pink and in white. I usually keep the pink one full of makeup, the white one full of skincare, and then the gray one full of hair stuff, you know, living proof basically. I'll have to do a different hair care video because there's just so much new stuff that I've been using, but I highly recommend these little Away cases. They have this elastic pouch on one side and then a large compartment. It's just a great way to keep all my makeup in one place. So this actually fits pretty much everything I need. And that finally is a wrap for my June favorites. I am finally not depressed, working out, and got a job. So if you guys are ever in San Diego, please come visit me at Massage Envy in Rancho Penasquitos. And I'll be sharing more information about my esthetician job and the skincare and makeup that I'm using. Please follow me on Instagram for more videos of Bo and just everyday stuff that I show you guys and makeup that I'm wearing. And with that, I am logging off. See you next time. Bye.